Go fuck your mom.
She's realized you really are brain damaged. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen. Dead man's penis is average size. Taxes are racist.
Have you ever heard about Disco Elysium? If you have, this video is for you. If you haven't, you're an imbecile. I'm just kidding, you can still watch the video, but I'm gonna make a lot of metaphors about Disco Elysium, so you know, kinda introduce yourself to it. I've played this game, Disco Elysium, like 3 years ago, and I tried to replay it again, and it fucking ruined my life and fixed it at the same time. Especially how Disco Elysium deals with sadness. In Disco Elysium, sadness is not just an emotion, it's a companion, a feature of the human condition, as unavoidable as taxes or bad karaoke nights.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
The protagonist, Detective Harry Dubois, wakes up in a storm of self-inflicted amnesia, a hurricane of regret and hangover-induced existential dread. Sadness in the game doesn't just sit quietly in the background. He grabs a mic and screams,
"Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory."
In Disco Elysium, even your sadness gets stats. Emotional intelligence and inland empire help Harry navigate his personal abyss. They let him anthropomorphize his nicotine or have philosophical debates with his own limbic system.
And with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open.
Imagine if real life worked like that. Failing a sadness check mid-conversation could mean spontaneously crying at the grocery store because avocados shouldn't cost that much. And yeah, Harry's sadness is his superpower. It opens doors to empathy, to understanding others' suffering, and even to solving the case. Your trauma, it turns out, it's a great icebreaker at murder scenes. Who knew?
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
The isolate spirit in the game is the perfect metaphor for modern sadness. A lonely soul trapped in an endless void, which is basically what happens when you stare at your phone for too long. Sadness, like the spirit, makes you feel disconnected, floating in a sea of meaningless scrolling. The tragedy is funny when you think about it. We're all just meat puppets trying to connect with each other via memes and TikToks, and somehow, still not enough.
Forces of reaction attempt to crush the body. The more defiant the spirit of communism becomes. While everyone else is out partying, having a callous laugh, you will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
Harry is Nietzsche's external recurrence in action. Every day he wakes up to the same existential nightmare in the same disco pants, forced to confront his failure over and over. Nietzsche might call this the armor fatigue, or loving your fate. Harry calls it Tuesday. Yeah. The humor here is that Harry's life is so overwhelmingly bleak it becomes absurd. He drinks to forget, but only remembers more vividly. It's tragicomic. However, there everything becomes political, just like our reality. Even your emotions. Sadness isn't just personal, it's systematic. Harry's despair is tied to the city Revachol's decay, the weight of history pressing on every crumbling wall and rusted sign. It's like realizing your sadness isn't just about your ex, but also about climate change, late-stage capitalism, and the fact that Blockbuster is gone forever. Damn it, it's overwhelming, but at least you know why you cried during commercials for dog food. Through the Void, sadness in Disco Elysium teaches us that humor is survival. Harry's absurd conversations with his skills, his horrifying karaoke performance, and his constant stumbling through life remind us that sadness is inherently ridiculous. Life is both a noir mystery and a slapstick comedy, and the only way to solve the case is to embrace the absurd. So, next time you feel the weight of sadness, channel your inner Harry. Wear those ridiculous disco pants, talk to your neck tea, and remember, even in the depth of despair, there's room for laughter. After all, sadness might be a cop, but humor is the anarchist who always gets away.
None of this matters at all.